Hello and welcome to round 3 of the Skill Issue Fantasy Series 021. This time we're in Imola for the third round. As we left things off, Max Verstappen is still in first place, Bottas is second, and Hamilton ringing up third in the Drivers' Championship. Let's go right into the qualifying hot lap now. Now, as you watch the car flying through the track here on my hot lap, the one thing you're going to notice is that I am not really comfortable around any corners, really, especially going into Acqua Minerale. Just not very comfortable on the track in general. Imola itself is a fairly tight and pretty dangerous track, and it's easy to find the dirt on the sides, but I did my best. Strategy-wise, what I'm planning on doing is the same as I'm sure will be most of the races, soft to soft, switching somewhere around the middle of the race. Not a lot to write home about, so I'm just going to let the hot lap play out and get back with the results in a minute.
The leader's just done a 115.24. Just done a 115.08. The leader has just done a 114.58. The leader has just done a 114.32. P9.
So it is Bottas in P1, Verstappen in P2, Carlos Sainz taking third, and Daniel Ricciardo best of the rest. I myself finished in P18 in front of two Haas's and well behind my teammate in P12, but the points were won during the race, just going to get right on with it.
Floor it, green, right side's clear. On your left.
And it is 5 green lights and 1 position down to Mick Schumacher beside me on the left as we get into the squeeze of the first chicane. Half on, half off. Can't really make up my mind which lane we want to be in. Into the first chicane. Losing position down to P19. Only Nikita Mazepin behind me, which is, God, that's just an awful sight. Into the second chicane though. Terrible pace, just kind of matching everyone else. And I know the hairpin is coming up. Great opportunity for a dive bomb. And so it is. Taking P18 back from the clutches of the American Haas team. Going up the hill now, heading towards the double left-handers, trying to see if I can catch back up to the back of the Alfa Romeo in front. Not quite. And also going into these corners here, just my least favorite corners in any of the 16 circuits that I'm racing on this season. I can never really do it without locking up, so I just kind of have to back off and coast through. Another chicane coming at the top of the hill, trying to make a move, making the move because the door is wide open waiting for Santa. Get the gift of P17, and I'm going to just let the rest of this lap play out before going on to the highlights.
Verstappen is now leading. The gap ahead is now 0.8.
Jumping ahead now to the end of lap 3, I've spent the previous 2 laps just trying to keep pace with the Aston Martin, finally getting my first DRS of the session and using the opportunity to time the space of battery to get up to P16 on lap 4.
Great move, keep it up.
Moving ahead just a little bit, you'll see there is smoke coming out of what I first thought was the back of Checo's car, but what actually was Charles Leclerc's engine. And interesting because that's the first time I've seen this in the game. Seen cars spin out. Have not seen an AI technical issue yet. Very exciting. And as you'll see at the end of lap 4, Charles Leclerc pulls into the pits, free position, DRS, hoping I can maybe start clawing towards Checo, but not gonna quite make it. Not making a ton of progress. I think it was me having too much downforce, unfortunately. Going to the first chicane, closing up the gap kind of nicely, and you can see dirt up ahead. The AI is struggling almost as much as I am, and I'm going to keep talking because it keeps happening. Second chicane now, there's an Alpine off of the road ahead. Safe rejoin, yep, getting into the hairpin. No trouble whatsoever. Now, my mistake was I made this corner, and I started looking into my virtual mirror there, because I could see the Alpine trying to see if I need to box him out. Still focusing, I've made the turn, I look into the mirror, and then all of a sudden... So unfortunately, that was my race. I was not looking at the road ahead of me while doing several hundred kilometers an hour. That is a rookie mistake, you hate to see it, and unfortunately, the story of my race is a head-on contact with a Mercedes. So it is Carlos Sainz taking the win, Max Verstappen takes P2, Bottas takes P3, Daniel Ricciardo best of the rest, and I unfortunately did not finish. Who did finish though was Charles Leclerc, who had smoke coming out of his engine, so you know, you can't win them all unfortunately. Now what that means is that it is still Verstappen, Bottas, Hamilton, 1, 2, 3 in the driver's standings, then Sainz, Leclerc, and Checo. I unfortunately slipped down to 11th place. But Monza's coming up next. Everyone loves Monza. Nothing bad happens there. Gonna hope for a good race. Time will tell though. So until then, have a good day and bye.